Well, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. We got something for you that's breaking news today. We got a pastor and his members were charged with a federal indictment. We got this from Fox 13 News. Like I said, you ain't gonna believe this, but somebody gotta put it out, so I'm gonna put it out. So I'm gonna play a little bit so you can hear.
Two church leaders with ties to Tampa are facing federal charges tonight. They're at the center of what investigators are calling a multi-million-dollar conspiracy involving money laundering, forced labor, and abuse. This follows multiple FBI raids this morning, including at a home in the affluent Avalon neighborhood in Hillsborough County. This was part of a nationwide takedown.
Well, the FBI just raided some church leaders running a $50 million scam. Forget Sunday service, these guys were serving indictments. David Taylor and Michelle Branham thought they were untouchable, but the feds had their plans. This isn't just your grandma's church potluck drama. This is a federal prison time for the size of holy water.
Our team is covering this investigation from multiple angles. Our Kylie Jones is at the federal courthouse in Tampa, diving deeper into the church and its leaders. But we begin with Aaron Mesmer live in Avila with more on the raid and reaction from neighbors. Aaron.
Yeah, Haley, and these neighbors were absolutely stunned by what went on this morning. Neighbors in this community, they woke up to helicopters and FBI agents raiding a home in Avila. And once they found out why those federal agents were there, it was even more surprising.
Some of you say, I don't have 100,000, but you have 20,000. You have 50,000 here, or you have 10,000.
That's video of David Taylor asking viewers to send money to his church. Federal authorities
Now, this is the breakdown. They ran call centers in 4 states, Michigan, Florida, Texas, and Missouri. Yes, the gospel needed a telemarketing department. Forced church members to work for free all day, every day. Armor barriers, more like unpaid interns from hell. Members couldn't leave without permission. What is this, North Korea? Now let's play some more.
say Taylor used donations to fund an extravagant lifestyle that included this massive mansion in Tampa's affluent Avila community. FBI agents raided the home Wednesday morning.
It's very surprising to hear that type of thing was going on again right in your backyard.
It's unclear what authorities took from the home. This view from Skyfox shows several cars lined up with gift bows on top. Neighbors say the 10-bedroom, 10.5-bathroom, 28,000 square foot mansion is one of the largest in Avila.
Because they was like, how could a pastor afford to live in a house?
Well, dang, a pastor living big. See, Taylor made women take emergency contraceptives. This dude is a control freak and a creep. Jesus take the wheel and a chart and change the locks. Living on site, working around the clock, zero pay. Amazon warehouse workers got it better benefits than this congregation. See, they use psychological and physical abuse to keep people in line. Real Christian behavior, right? 50 million funded into their pocket while members ate ramen noodles, talk about loaves and fish, but with EBT cards.
Like that.
According to the 23-page federal indictment, this house is one of several properties throughout the country purchased by Taylor's Kingdom of God Global Church. He's the pastor and referred to himself as an apostle, according to court documents. The indictment alleges Taylor recruited people to work at call centers, referring to them as armor bearers. Investigators say they were his, quote, personal servants who fulfilled Taylor's demands around the clock, never paid. Taylor and executive director Michelle Brannon are accused of controlling nearly every aspect of the workers' lives, cutting them off from family and forcing them to take contraceptives. Human trafficking advocates say it's a devastating situation.
And you really had
Well, we got a black and white people working together this time. This is unbelievable. Now, it said Branham got arrested in a Tampa mansion. Guess those prayer donations brought a pool and a butler. Taylor hiding out in North Carolina like he's in a witness protection. Bro, you're not John Gotti. You just Gotti. Living lavish while in the flock, work for free. Jesus would have flipped tables and called the IRS. FBI raids hit multiple states. This was less spreading the gospel and more spreading cash flow.
every aspect of human trafficking. You had individuals who were, brought to a facility that they couldn't leave. They weren't being paid. They had production goals that they had to meet.
And authorities say if the workers failed to reach Taylor's monetary goals, they faced punishment, including public humiliation, food and shelter restrictions, sleep deprivations, and physical and psychological abuse. The Crisis Center of Tampa Bay's CEO says these victims will likely face a long recovery. She says there's another.
Wow. This dude, forced labor, money laundering, conspiracy, the federal trifecta. That's a full house, but not the kind you want. Each charge carried 20 years. That's 60 years total. They stack them. Hopefully, they like communion wafers and penitentiary. From preaching salvation to facing damnation, how the mighty have fallen. Kingdom of God's global church, more like Kingdom of Fraud global scam.
Lesson every community can learn from this.
This can happen in one of our most affluent zip codes in Hillsborough County. It can happen in your backyard. It can happen in my backyard.
As for the folks who lived with alleged human trafficking, fraud, and money laundering happening in their backyards,
I hope it's not true, but if it is, he deserves everything he's going to get.
Now I'm saying these two went from holy water to hot water real quick. Next time you see a mega church asking for donations, maybe that's where the money really goes. David and Michelle about to find out prison orange classes with their Sunday best.
And there was also what appeared to be a federal command center set up just north of here at St. Joseph's Hospital in Lutz. Experts say if there were any human trafficking victims at this property, they likely would have been taken to a nearby hospital for care. Haley?
Let's hope they can get all the help they need. It sounds like they have been through quite a lot.
Well, like I said, this is what's going on in church today. This is why people do not go to church or listen to people that's in high authority figures in church because they all frauds and scammers. You can't see none of them. Like I said, how you have this big old mansion and evidently you've been scamming the church. I don't know if it's his church or their church together, but you got these sick individuals taking all the money, the bread, the water. Evidently, he stuck his finger in an electrical outlet and get his hair stemmed like that. The dude looked like the bride of Frankenstein. Well, I guess he thought he gonna get away with it if he had a white church member with him this time. So he thought he can ride a thin line, but evidently not. It's, like I said, some of these churches, not all of them, but some of these churches are the biggest fraud in the community, in the state. They worse than the IRS. These churches steal money from people, manipulating them and taking all their money from the church. And people keep falling for it all the time. What is it about religion that people can't see the fine line of religion, theft, and fraud? There's a fine line there, and then some of y'all need to watch that fine line and stop believing all these pastors are some of the biggest crooks in the world. Now, like I said, not all churches are like this. There's few in between who are actually doing the right thing. Well, until next time, people, we out. And make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe on Fox 13 News. And make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe on my channel, too. Let us know what you think of the situation and are your people still going to this church. Well, until next time, people, we out.